Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and we've got another Scream update for you today, and a huge update. Tons of stuff, so we'll just get right inside of it. First off, there was a new trailer that just came out, another TV spot. It's only about a minute or so long, and there's not a whole lot extra to it, but there is one extra line of dialogue from Hayden Panettiere's Kirby.
I've been investigating Ghostface attacks,
Which pretty much confirms the rumor, most likely, that she is an FBI agent in this movie. Technically, in the days of internet sleuthing and whatnot going on, or internet sledding as I like to call it, she could have just been investigating for funsies. And then also you hear Dermot Mulroney ask Sam and Tara,
Do you have anyone that might want to target you?
not anyone who's still alive.
and they show this shot of what looks like her totally stabbing someone to death. So I don't know, and you watch it, I'll play it like several times right here. It's also zoomed in, it's hard to tell. She may not even have a knife. You know what I mean? She may just be like shutting a trunk door just really emotionally. I have no idea. She's doing something that looks like, and it looks like she's stabbing someone. You know, I mean, when I'm stabbing someone, I do it like this. 2 hands, huh? Good for you. Hey. Look at us. So eventually I'm going to make a video called Every Single Time These Trailers and the Marketing Hint at a Ghostface Cult, which, as you guys know, if you've watched me, I believe that there's actually a Ghostface cult. There's going to be multiple Ghostfaces. One's going to get caught, several are going to die, but one's also going to get away. The ringleader of all this is going to get away and set up the events of 7. That's just what I believe deep down in my cockles, but I'm going to make a video of every single time they reference that, because they do it again here. I mean, think about this. If we show just in the trailer, among everything else, Tara stabbing someone like that, then you got to assume it's probably a Ghostface, and they're probably not going to show you the final stab scene at the end of the movie of her killing the Ghostface. I think this is just another hint that there's going to be multiple Ghostfaces in this movie, or that Tara's the bad guy and she's murdering the shit out of one of her friends right here. I mean, who the fuck knows? Now, this one's from a few days ago, but there's several things to talk about on here. This post that they released, where it's like, find the ghost faces, where's Waldo, all that stuff. Yeah, it's fun, it's great, but there's something deeper beneath the surface. First off, I just want to point out here the Stab the Musical thing. And the last one of these we saw Wrongly Accused the Musical. So I don't know what's going on here. We've got the big shrine that looks like a play going on. Maybe this is all just in reference to that. Maybe there's several plays going on about the Scream movies or the Stab movies or whatever in this universe. Maybe there's no fucking plays at all, and I'm just looking way too deep into this. But I really just hope if there is a Stab musical, we see scenes from that, because that shit would be hilarious. Look at this. If you zoom into the side of that building here, you see this video playing, and it says, Grisly Murders in the City. Mackenzie family found murdered in a series of stabbings. Now that tells you multiple things here. First off, Liv's last name was Mackenzie. So Liv was one of my favorite characters who actually did not make it out of Scream 5. She was killed off, as we know, but there's several things that this is telling us. It's also kind of weird that her family was murdered in the city of New York. I mean, we're assuming that because it's on this big screen in New York, and it says Mackenzie, it says murders in the city. So I'm assuming Liv's family lives in New York. It's just kind of strange coincidence, isn't it, that the main characters of the Scream cast go to New York, where Liv's family happened to live, and they're all killed off as part of the events in that movie. That's strange, and it's got me wanting to watch for, when we watch the movie, whose idea of the cast, the surviving cast, was it to move to New York and go to Blackmore College? Because I'm immediately going to be very suspecting of that person. And finally, also, you notice it says in a series of stabbings. It's wild that her whole family was murdered, number one, but it sounds like they were murdered in different places across the city. Once again, Sharon Stone leading me to believe that, and leading into the theory that this is a cult of Ghostface. This is multiple Ghostface. Now, could one Ghostface have gone around the city, taken the subway, who the fuck knows, lots of Ubers around to different places, and killed multiple members of one family in one night? Sure, possible. Also sure that he killed them all in one house, and this is just slightly misleading with the wording. But to me, that sounds like a series of stabbings happen at the same time, ties into all the other clues and hints that there's multiple Ghostface, a cult of Ghostface going on. And what if that, by the way, is the opening scene? What if the opening scene is a murder of an entire family by multiple Ghostfaces at different locations? That would be something we've never seen before. That would be really cool. And I'm starting to think that might be our opening kill. Zuh. And also worth noting, just in case you don't know, in the original Scream, at Casey Becker's house, he tells her to go to the Mackenzies. So Casey Becker's next door neighbor was Liv McKenzie's family. And you had to assume that she was just young and living there at the time all that stuff was going on, very young. But it's worth noting. So I don't know if the McKenzie whole family being killed off has tie-ins to what happened in the original Scream, but that is yet another thread that you could look at regarding Stu, regarding the original movie, regarding whatever you want. It's just worth talking about. What of all that shit I just said makes the most sense to you guys? Between the Stu tie-ins, between the McKenzie tie-ins, between all that shit. What do you guys think about that? Comment down below, let me know, because that's a fun shit to talk about. Moving on, yesterday, IGN gave us a new picture of Ghostface. And once again, as I've said before, one of my biggest hopes for this movie is that when Ghostface talks about being different, that it's either, of course, Stu, or that this is a Ghostface, and you watch the way he moves and how fast he is, he seems way more visceral, he seems more physical. And I'm really hoping that this Ghostface, what he means by I'm different, is that he is either trained, maybe has been a special forces member or some shit like that before, but is not the Ghostface that if he gets his hands on you, that a young teenage girl is going to be able to just kick and fight away. This could be a Ghostface who's trained, who can fight. It doesn't have to be military or anything like that, but just has some sort of training and you're not going to escape him if he gets his hands on you. And this picture throws into that as well. This looks like a physical specimen right here. This looks like fucking Goldberg about to spear your ass. So, and by the way, I'm loving what they're doing with the robe here. Every shot we've seen of Ghostface, that shit is just flowing in the fucking wind, and it's beautiful. But also, this ties into the whole play idea too, or movie theater, or whatever you want to do. If there's a stab-a-thon going on, I don't know. We're definitely getting some sort of theater scene, whether it's theatrical or it's a play of some sort. We saw the projector flickering and all that stuff. This could be in the same place that the whole stab shrine is in. Who knows? But we're definitely getting some of those awesome movie set kind of vibes here, and I'm digging it. It looks like he ripped right through that and is chasing someone because he wants to stab him in the butt. IGN also did an interview with the directors of the movie Radio Silence, who said something interesting that's worth paying attention to. It says, Ghostface looking a little different in this outing with a much more weathered mask, and that's no accident. Bettolini Olpen says, costuming plays very heavily into Scream 6 in so many ways. He says, yeah, and our costume designer, Avery Pugh, sounds like a girl fought. Avery Plews, who we worked with previously, she took the challenge of the costumes in this and exceeded expectations. There isn't a costume in the movie that isn't fully thought out, and it's kind of fun. So I'm assuming they mean the hints. We've seen the Ghostface robes with the bullet holes in them that maybe match what happened in Scream 3. We've seen several things like that, but that's something worth for you internet sleuths to dig into, what these costumes mean. It says every single costume in the movie means something, so that's worth digging your face in.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
Speaking more about Ghostface, Valel says a lot of the fun of Ghostface is that it could be anybody and it could be anything. Say what? It says that accessibility, Billy. It says that accessibility really makes it interesting, and then obviously, without giving any spoilers away, the way we use it in this movie is also a story point throughout and kind of propels the story forward a little bit. That sounds like a cult, Jim. Think about it. He says a lot of the fun about Ghostface is that it could be anybody and it could be anything. It's not a fucking toaster. So I'm thinking that we could be talking about a cult here. Once again, this sounds like he's talking about a cult, and it gets me really excited that we might have been right about that. And we've been saying that for a long ass time. And maybe we'll get even more hints that it's going to be a Ghostface cult, because this weekend at 11 a.m. Pacific time, for you fucking Californians, IGN Fest is taking place. So Scream heads, big mouthers, whatever. What do you call Scream fans? Ghostface gals? I don't know. Look forward to that. IGN Fest will probably have another Scream date coming up after that. Breaking it down, and that's why you want to click that fucking bell. 20% of the people who watch these videos are subscribed. Only 20%. That means 80% of you, if I carry the two, aren't subscribed. Click that fucking subscribe button and the bell so that when we do break that down, you'll be awares of it. And then finally, I just want to point this out. The online Ghostface account the Scream account is always being cheeky with stuff. I don't think you can take anything at face value or dig too far into any of it. But I did tweet this out on the character poster for Tara. It says, I'm going to finish what I started, Tara. Obviously referencing that Ghostface treated Tara like a fucking pincushion in the first movie. In the fifth movie, she got stabbed multiple times. She got fucked up, and this is obviously referencing Ghostface stabbing her. But I do find it interesting, if you wanted to look into it, if you feel like it, that it says I'm going to finish what I started, as in. Guess what? Spoiler alert for Scream 5. Couldn't have been Richie. It can't be Amber. Both the ghost faces revealed in 5 are fucking deader than shit. So that would lend credit to the theory that this ghost face was around and killing folks in part 5, which is something I also think. I think there is a third ghost face yet to be revealed. Whether you want to say that's Stu or not, that's fine. I don't want to trigger anyone or upset anyone here. Yes, I do. But this once again lends credit to the other theory that there was more than those two Ghostface fucking around the streets of Woodsboro in Scream 5. So, guys, comment down below on all this stuff. But before you do, there's one more thing to talk about. If you have a Cinemark theater near you, they are selling these badass Ghostface popcorn tubs. I'm going tomorrow, for sure, to my local Cinemark theater to purchase these. And I might or might not see Ant-Man. I don't know. And if you want to get them fast, because they're already slap chopping. What do you call it? They're already fucking Bing Zoom, the goddamn, I've gotten so confused about sleuthing. What's it called? Scalpers. The scalpers are already hawking these things online for like over $100. So if you want to get one, then you want to do it quick. Speaking of doing things quick, I've got to go. Hey, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Again, I'd really appreciate if you guys would click the subscribe button, and the like button helps these videos rank so we can have more people to talk about Scream with. So I really appreciate if you guys enjoyed this video. If you would click like, subscribe, and the bell. I'm not going to ask you to do a fourth thing. All right? That's 3. Did I say 2 fingers? I meant 3. Do it now because we're all going to fucking die. It's just the 11 o'clock sirens that they do randomly with no schedule just to fuck up my videos at random times. Anyway,
Hello, this is Christopher Nolan, and I'm taking a break from my Toasted Cheddar Chalupa commercial to let you know about We Watch the Movies Patreon. You know, today's the best day to join their Patreon, the first of the month. If you want your own personalized video message from any of their characters, oh, my French bulldog would like a petting. They have over 70 full movie commentaries, hundreds of Patreon-only videos, monthly live streams that include music, trivia, and beer-chugging contests, personalized signed pictures, video store membership cards, merch discounts, and more. Check out the different tiers and perks at the top of the description box below. Toasted Cheddar Chalupa.
Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS. Cause Halloween never ends, Halloween never ends, Halloween never